Okay, here I'm going to show you some examples and how to work them out for the rational exponents. We said the key phrase was bottom out, meaning that the bottom number, the denominator, is going to move to the outside of the radical. Here's our bottom number, the denominator, 3. That's going to move to the outside. So we create a radical first, bump the 3 to the outside, making it a cubed root, not a square root, a cubed root. And then everything else, the x and the 1, that stays on the inside. You can simplify this a little bit further because, of course, we don't need the 1. So this is a cubed root of x. Here, bottom number 2. That bumps to the outside. Everything else stays inside. Y to the first. The radical symbol is known as a square root, and this is one special case where the 2 on the outside actually isn't needed. If you just simply put a radical without a number on the outside, without an index on the outside, it's kind of understood that there's a 2 there. Just like when I simplify anything to the first power, if I don't put the exponent, it's understood that that exponent is a 1. So again, whenever you see a radical that has no index written in, it's a 2. Alright, now we're going to work with some numbers here. Bump the denominator to the outside, bottom out. Everything else stays inside. Let's go ahead and simplify. I do not need the 2, I do not need the 1, so radical 5. Can I go further with that? Is there a perfect square? Is 5 a perfect square? No, there's not, so that is the final answer. Next one, bottom out. 2 to the outside, 4 and the 1 on the inside. Go a little further with that. Don't need the 2, don't need the 1, keep the 4. Perfect square. Can go further with that. Square root of 4 is 2. Bottom out. 3 goes on the outside, making it a cubed root of 8 squared. 8 squared is 64. Got to keep the 3. Is there a cubed root of 64? Is that a perfect cube? As a matter of fact, it is. If you go into your calculator and you punch in the cubed root of 64, you're going to realize that you are going to have a perfect square. Go ahead and take the moment to punch that in now. Taking the cubed root of 64, go ahead and type it into the calculator. You want to push the math button, and you're looking for the cubed root here. And you're 64, and enter, and you realize that the cubed root of 64 is 4. Sometimes you have perfect cubes, you just got to check them. Sometimes you don't. In this case, you will not. Bottom out, 3 bumps to the outside, 7 squared stays in. If you go ahead and square the 7, you get 49. And if you try to take the cubed root of 49, you'll realize that you're going to get this decimal. We don't want to write out that decimal, we just want to leave it the way it is here.